Welcome to Impact with DBO. Today I'm taking up a very important topic which has been going on in the media for a while. Should a church musician be paid? I would say yes, church musicians should be paid, but if I end up like that, that would be very subjective. I think it goes beyond that. The concept of music making in Africa has been with us because traditionally, we don't actually see music as a profession, and that's a problem. In Africa, we actually believe everybody can make music because of the interactive nature of music in Africa. And if you go back to our traditional setting, a musician is also the farmer, is also the carpenter, so he does music as just one of those things, in the real sense of it. Even in that African setting, music goes beyond the expression of talent. The Yorubas call it amutorunwara. It's just a gift. You don't need to be paid for it. But before a gift can be actually transformed into a profession, there must be an addition of skills. To acquire skills, it takes your time. It takes your intelligence. It takes a lot of things from you. That's why ordinarily you should be paid for it. So if music is regarded as coming together of talent and skills, then you deserve to be paid. But what operates in our churches today is perhaps a direct replica of what we see in the traditional setting. Why should I pay him? Maybe he's just playing keyboard. Maybe he's just playing drum. Anybody does it. So why should I pay him? I was even listening to a clip, and the pastor, I wouldn't want to mention it, was very emphatic that if you're a musician, if you're a drummer, and you collect money, that it was raining courses. The question I will ask him is that, does he get paid? Because you see, in the process of determining payment of any product, because music is a product now in this instance, music should be seen as a product. There are few things that determine whether a product should be labeled with a price and the amount of that price. One is the value. The second one is the importance. Now let's come to the importance of the product. If a product is so important to me, why should I pay for it? And due respect to our priests, our churches, I'd like to say this. In the church context, there are two principal things that are involved: the sermon and the music. And in all honesty, there could be a church service without a sermon. There could be a all-day service without a sermon. But can that happen to music? Can you have a 2-hour service without music? So if you place importance on it, I think music takes precedence. And if that is the case, then it deserves to be paid. The second one, like I said, it's value. Are you adding value? And that is where musicians are involved. If really in the real sense of it, you're adding value to the church, you deserve to be paid. And they will even pay you. But if what you do in the church is just what any ordinary person can do, then you can be neglected. Those services can be set aside. If what you do is what any other person can do or is doing, then no. So that makes it more important for us to continue to add value, to continue to create a space for us in the church or in whatever we're doing. Because if the church entirely, if they realize that you are an organist and the way you do your own thing adds value to them, they will volunteer to pay you. I've seen church services where just an individual will say, I'll pay the organist. I've seen church services where organists are imported into the church. Perhaps the organist in that church does not add value as expected. So if you bring on board new things, new ideas, new approach to issues, you will be paid. It shouldn't be a contention. It shouldn't be debated whether you should be paid or not. If you are important, if you add value, you should be paid. Everybody will realize that what this guy does goes beyond talent, goes beyond an expression of talent. He has added a lot of skills to it. And music is a product. And if you live on music, why will you not be paid? For instance, if you play the keyboard, at the formation stage at the beginning, you'll be putting in minimum of 4 or 5 hours for your practice. That is the process. That is the time you're acquiring skills. So who pays for that? If you are not paid, how do you pick your bills? And because you have realized that you are important in the church. Now the context is the church. Music is very important to the church. You deserve remunerations. You deserve to be well paid. Let me say this. I had an experience as a young pianist. That's perhaps the first and the only interview I attended on Nogdish Post. I saw the thing. I went there somewhere in Lagos. I wouldn't mention the name. On getting there, I started playing. And when I was called by the church council or whatever, and we started discussing, and it goes, how much I will be paid. I think I said 25, one very ridiculous amount of money. And one of them shouted, Alufa Agan Ogbayen, which literally means in Yoruba, our Alufa does not end that. And I quickly replied them, let Alufa go and do it. I walked away. Yes, àlùfáà might be the head of the church, but as far as I'm concerned, I shouldn't be placed beneath the àlùfáà. I should be placed at par with my professional colleagues. I should be priced on the value I'm bringing up. I walked away, and that was the end of that discussion. So it depends on how we present ourselves. It depends on what you are bringing on table. It depends on the perception of the people. Those are the three things I'll see today. In summary, if you know your worth, you should be paid. If you know what you are bringing on board, you should be paid. Thank you very much.